The Marion County woman who was shot and killed by her neighbor is being honored and remembered at her funeral. TV 20's Taylor Burr shows us how the community came together to support Ajike Owens' family.
In Ocala, family, friends, and many more came to pay their respects and bring justice to murder victim Ajike Owens, who was laid to rest today. The mother of four was remembered, celebrated, and mourned. The memorial came 10 days after she was shot and killed by her neighbor Susan Lawrence, with whom she had a long-standing dispute. Lawrence claims the shooting was self-defense, citing Florida's stand your ground law. She was charged with manslaughter last week after the protesters filled the streets calling for an arrest. The case is getting national attention as civil rights leader and personal injury attorney Ben Crump joins with Reverend Al Sharpton, who called for change.
I say to you here this day, June 12th in Ocala, Florida, we cannot let them kill our loved ones just for knocking on the door, loving their children.
Crump and others are connecting Owens' death to the killing of other Black Americans in recent years, such as Trayvon Martin and George Floyd. Crump and Sharpton say they want reform of the current stand your ground law, which Florida led the way with back in 2005. During an emotional service, the community was asked to remember what happened to Owens, take a stand for change, and to pray for Owens' family.
Just walk away and not do anything. We got to keep this family in prayer, and we got to keep other families in prayer as well.
In addition to today's service, family and friends have remembered Owens with a balloon release and 2 vigils since her death. In Ocala, Taylor Burr, TV 20 News.